For sure. Now, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I do know you're in Sacramento. What's going to be the Valentine's Day plans? You have to tell me.
The team's going to be playing Phoenix on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I have to shoot a podcast, and I have,
Okay.
a party that they're doing for me here. So I won't be going to this trip. So
Okay.
this will be our first Valentine that I won't be with them. So we had Valentine's last night.
Oh,
We had
nice.
dinner, we gave gifts, and it was so amazing. And I told him, "You're my lifetime Valentine." So,
Jackie Christie, a well-known reality TV star, businesswoman, and public figure, is now facing a massive scandal that is threatening everything she's built. She rose to fame as one of the stars of the hit reality show Basketball Wives, where her bold personality and dramatic moments often made her the center of attention. Jackie was always portrayed as a self-made business mogul, known for launching various businesses, writing books, and claiming to be a successful entrepreneur. For years, she built an empire outside of reality TV, showcasing herself as a woman who knew how to make money and keep it coming in. However, things are far from what they seemed. A shocking $300 million lawsuit has been filed against her, and it has exposed serious financial scandals that have led to criminal charges. Now, Jackie Christie is facing legal battles that could potentially land her in prison for up to 10 years. How did she go from running businesses to running from the law? Let's break down how her empire crumbled and what the future holds for her. Jackie Christie's rise to fame was never solely due to her reality TV career. Over the years, she ventured into many different industries, including fashion, beauty, real estate, and publishing. She built a brand that extended well beyond the small screen. She had fashion lines, self-help books, and even claimed to be a real estate mogul, owning high-end properties under her name. She made sure to consistently present herself as a powerhouse entrepreneur who knew the secret to financial success. In interviews and on TV, she often boasted about her business skills, acting as if she had the formula to wealth and success. But as it turns out, behind the scenes, things weren't as flawless as she made them seem. Whispers began circulating about her business dealings. Some people claimed that Jackie wasn't as successful as she portrayed herself to be. Others accused her of using flashy purchases, like designer bags and luxury vacations, to keep up appearances. Initially, most people brushed off the rumors, as is often the case with public figures who are constantly in the spotlight. After all, haters are always ready to criticize. However, things took a turn for the worse when multiple lawsuits began piling up against Jackie. Suddenly, she wasn't just dealing with rumors, she was facing serious legal trouble.
I felt like all of y'all had turned against me. I felt like everybody was like, Jackie, we're just gonna talk about her, we're gonna say these mean things, and I was seeing black at that point.
While one lawsuit might be chalked up to a misunderstanding, a $300 million lawsuit was something much bigger. Investors came forward with shocking claims that Jackie had scammed them out of millions. They accused her of luring them into bad business deals, promising huge returns that never materialized. Others said she misrepresented her business ventures, claiming they were thriving when they were actually struggling. The most damning allegations suggested that Jackie had taken investors' money and used it for personal expenses. Instead of reinvesting the funds into her businesses, she allegedly used the money to fuel her lavish lifestyle, which included designer bags, luxury cars, expensive vacations, and multi-million-dollar mansions. The big question became, where was all this money really coming from? It didn't take long before authorities became involved, and what initially started as civil lawsuits quickly turned into a full-blown fraud investigation. As the lawsuits piled up and the allegations grew more serious, Jackie's empire began to crumble. She was forced to explain herself in court, where the situation only became worse. The trial exposed shocking details about Jackie's business practices. Prosecutors presented piles of evidence, including allegedly fake business documents, false financial reports, and even emails that suggested Jackie had knowingly misled her investors. One investor even took the stand and testified that Jackie had personally reassured them, promising that their investment was safe, even though she allegedly knew everything was falling apart. The bombshell testimony raised eyebrows, but it didn't stop there. The prosecution also revealed bank statements that showed massive transfers of money that didn't match up with the business records Jackie had provided. It was clear that the funds weren't being used where she said they were. The court proceedings painted a damning picture of Jackie's financial dealings, and after weeks of testimony, the final verdict was handed down. Jackie was found guilty of fraud. She was ordered to pay back a staggering $300 million in damages. This wasn't just a loss in court, it was a massive financial collapse. Even for a celebrity, $300 million is a huge amount to pay, and Jackie simply didn't have that kind of money. Her assets were seized, her bank accounts were frozen, and the luxurious lifestyle she had flaunted for years was suddenly gone. It was one of the most significant financial collapses in the history of reality TV, and the world watched as it unfolded. But the situation didn't end there.
With all the slander going on with these ladies, I just wanted to take a step back and enjoy my time, focusing on what means the world to me, and that's my family.
While Jackie was still trying to figure out how to pay off the huge judgment against her, the government began digging deeper into her financial dealings. Prosecutors launched a criminal investigation, and what they uncovered turned this from a civil case into a serious criminal matter. Allegations of fraud, wire fraud, and even money laundering began to surface. Authorities believed that Jackie hadn't just made bad business decisions, they suspected she had intentionally deceived investors, moved money around suspiciously, and potentially broken federal laws in the process. As if things weren't bad enough, this new layer of criminal charges made everything even more serious. Civil lawsuits could leave Jackie broke, but criminal charges could land her in prison. With the amount of money involved, the government wasn't going to let her walk away easily. Jackie now found herself not just fighting for her reputation and her wealth, but also fighting to avoid prison time. Her legal team has been working overtime to keep her out of jail, claiming that she is being set up. They argue that Jackie wasn't the mastermind behind the shady business deals and that she was simply caught up in bad decisions made by people she trusted.
And have a conversation,
About
everybody, about how do we move forward.
You keep preaching sisterhood. I need you to remember that when those hard conversations come about. And
I'm seriously ready, okay? Pinky promise.
what is this to?
To sisterhood, but if I think they like bucking, they buck, I'm enough.
However, prosecutors are not buying this defense. The evidence against her is overwhelming. Financial records, emails, and even recorded conversations seem to show that Jackie knew exactly what was going on. Witnesses have testified that she personally reassured them about their investments, even when she allegedly knew that things were falling apart. Prosecutors have also pointed to Jackie's lifestyle as further proof of her involvement. Her extravagant purchases, including designer bags, vacations, and high-end real estate, serve as evidence that she benefited from the missing funds. This has made it much harder for her defense team to argue that she was simply a victim of bad business partners. So, what's next for Jackie Christie? She has two options. She can either take a plea deal or fight the charges in court. A plea deal could reduce her sentence, but it would also mean admitting guilt, something Jackie's legal team insists she's not guilty of. If she decides to go to trial, she faces the risk of being found guilty on all charges and potentially serving the full 10-year sentence. Given the strength of the prosecution's case, the risks are high. This scandal also raises questions about the future of Jackie's career. She made a name for herself on Basketball Wives, but after this, will any networks want to work with her? Reality TV thrives on drama, but fraud and money laundering are much more serious offenses. Some reality stars have managed to bounce back from scandals, but this type of legal trouble might be too much to recover from. Another pressing question is the impact this scandal will have on Jackie's family, particularly her husband, Doug Christie. He has always stood by her side through thick and thin, but can their marriage survive this? With Jackie facing the possibility of prison time, will Doug continue to support her? It's a question that has many people wondering if this could be the end of their relationship. Jackie's children are also facing a difficult time as they watch their mother's legal troubles unfold in the media. They've mostly stayed out of the spotlight, but with their mother facing criminal charges, it's becoming harder for them to avoid the public eye. Imagine waking up to headlines calling your mother a fraudster, knowing that she could end up in prison. It's a heavy burden for any family to bear. As for Jackie's Basketball Wives castmates, many are staying silent. Jackie has stirred up drama on the show many times, but this is a real-life scandal. Some of her past feuds with fellow cast members, like Evelyn Lazada and Malaysia Pargo, are now coming back to haunt her. Some of her former co-stars may feel like this is just karma, while others may not want to be associated with her legal troubles. This whole situation has turned into a massive downfall for Jackie Christie. From her once thriving business empire to a $300 million lawsuit, fraud allegations, and the possibility of prison, it's a lot to take in. Now, the big question is whether Jackie deserves to do time for her actions or if she's being unfairly targeted. Was she the mastermind behind these fraudulent schemes, or did she just get caught up in something bigger than herself? Only time will tell. As the case progresses, one thing is certain: Jackie's life will never be the same. Whether she fights the charges or takes a plea deal, this scandal will likely follow her for the rest of her life. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of living a life in the public eye and how quickly things can unravel when the truth comes to light. Only time will tell. As the case progresses, one thing is certain: Jackie's life will never be the same. Whether she fights the charges or takes a plea deal, this scandal will likely follow her for the rest of her life. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of living a life in the public eye and how quickly things can unravel when the truth comes to light.